Go live. Riveting combat going on right now. Okay, we're good. Hey, Donald. Thanks for the grits. Sup, Jake? Yeah, we'll just kind of watch this epic gunfight. Oh, the streetlight just turned on. We'll just watch this, wait for a few minutes, and then we'll watch the run. I actually don't even have my TV, like my second monitor isn't even on Spider-Man right now. It's so if I were to try to play right now, I would have like 2 seconds of input lag or something like that, because I'd just be trying to play through the capture card. Let's see, how long does it take? It's like tap, go, tap, move, tap, move. Are they're really just not fighting back at all? The police is the only one who's actually trying or seems to give a shit here. What's up, Vanilla? Welcome. Yeah, if they brought the bottles out, I think they'd probably win. I'm probably just gonna. I think what I'm gonna do is when we watch the run, I'm just gonna leave the game on and unpaused in the background, and we'll just see what it looks like when we come back. We'll see what the situation is then. I think somebody's getting robbed. Oh god, it's so hard with input lag. Getting robbed over there. Where I feel like most of these gunshots aren't represented. Like, like the gunshots are going out and just not nobody's shooting them. What a world. We'll give it a few more minutes, a couple more minutes, and then we'll get going. The internet has been a little suspect today, but hopefully it all works out good. So far hasn't been any issue. Yeah, so far so good. YouTube's not mad. OBS isn't mad. Alright, let's get this going. Let's go over to Chrome. I don't know what everybody's opinion is on like whether I should do something like this or whether this is fine. I think there's more room and it's more obvious that I'm watching myself do something this way. So at least for the start, we'll probably just do something like this. But I guess we'll see. Actually, hang on, let me get something figured out. Double slide makes it more obvious. I thought so. And then I was gonna have the chat be like, I don't know, just like that. I don't know. That'll work. That'll do. Alright, let's get to watching then. This was just the run that I got yesterday. Really bad for this. I'm gonna unfortunately have to keep it muted most of the time because I personally cannot. There's no way that I can form coherent thoughts while hearing myself also talk at the same time. And this was a really weird run. There's some really dope shit in this from what I remember, but it's also a little weird. Like some bad stuff happens, especially at the end. I don't remember the beginning. I guess we'll see if I do anything too crazy. But react to the stream and then react to that stream, that's prime content right there. This is all standard. You know, it's never too bad at the beginning or the run wouldn't exist, you know. This movement was all good. Let's see, when does the cutscene start? Around 109. That's about when you want to get there. Give or take a second. The effort required to make it. I don't see any reason why we could. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Combat actually like really good. That combat is like secretly really hard, or at least some hard might not be the right word. It just doesn't go like as well as you want it to all the time. In like the most subtle lose 2 frames type of way. But I was pretty happy with that. I think, you see this a lot in speedruns where like it doesn't the focus doesn't really come right away because, to past me, this is just some random run that doesn't matter. But to me, I'm watching the speed run. Yeah, we are, Owen. It, I think it's becoming kind of. It was fun last time, so it might become kind of a tradition to just watch the world record when I get it. Talk about the stuff that I did. This jump is always whack as fuck because, like, ideally you don't even jump here. You just get like the sickest glide of all time and don't even bother with it. But because I'm a human being and not TAS, I can't do that all the time. But no complaints here. I got the access glitch. I don't even know if I noticed at the time. Hey, Rex drop. It's becoming. I feel like it's more common these days to get it than to not, almost. Which might be a sign of poor optimization, because in theory, if you're doing it perfectly, you'll be far enough away from the icon that it never happens. Let's see. For me, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I always use getting this token as a benchmark for how good the run is. So 257, that's really good actually. That's like just straight up really good pace. I think the earliest I've gotten there is like a 255 or maybe a 254. Maybe in my gold like a 253, I don't know. But we're still at the point in the run where it's like give or take a couple seconds is what you're losing. And if you lose any more, you probably just reset. This fight, I think it went pretty good. Couldn't have been too bad. Turn the audio like on the smallest amount. That's like a gentleman rule not to open that can of worms. And then I'm going to turn it down on OBS a little bit. There's at least like a little bit of audio. But even with that, I should probably start recording in like 2 channels in the future, so that I can just have like the game audio going for the analysis. Let's see, like 414 into the loading screen. That's pretty good. It kind of indicates that something probably went. Like I lost a little bit of time during the fight, but nothing that's like super noticeable. Yeah, all of his friends have been knocked down, and he still didn't realize that Spider-Man was there. And yeah, I'm just gonna skip cat. You know what happens in cat. You go to the shop. Maybe the shop menuing it loses a few frames. Who cares? We're not gonna watch this. Inception. Yeah. Um. Hey DC, thanks for the grats. Yeah, I got a 631. Can I just say something? I'm so happy to have a 631 as my split and not a 627 that I'm fighting against. I can like actually save time and not have I don't have to gold to do it. It's so nice. Super happy about that. But 631 is still a good time, so it's not free. It's like ideal. I don't feel like the time's bad, but it's improvable. Not that the other one wasn't improvable, it's just I don't have to play like a god to do it. That's in the narrator. He says, "Hold A to clench butt cheek." But in my opinion, this is the run almost like it doesn't start here, but it almost does. Like because Empire State Building is other than like a couple points in Chapter 3 is like where I tend to start to fuck up and be okay with it. Like this was bad. What you want to do here is you want to do a rising pseudo web zip. But I like my spacing was bad, so I was like in a really weird spot to swing from there. You see, I don't even know what's going on here. So I accidentally double swing, which doesn't end up being the worst thing to be honest. Like it's probably better than just missing the swing, like what probably was gonna happen. And then my backup wasn't bad, but when I get that good, if it's like I just get free dopamine. So I've been really increasingly wanting to do that the way like the proper way, even though it's really hard. Nothing else bad happens here. That's a standard swing now. Used to be crazy to do that, but standard wall sprint. And then like this glide that is secretly really hard. I guess we'll see. I don't remember if I get it. I haven't watched the run over other than like skimming through. But that went really well. I've kind of changed the way I do my muscle memory for that. Instead of like snapping back completely, I actually angle the stick towards the building more, and it seems way more consistent that way. If that makes sense to anybody. Must be bad luck to get world. Yeah, just gotta get lucky, and then I'll PB. I do like the inception going on. I can like, hey, look at this fucking guy. Look at him. Does anything bad happen during Rhino? That's like a standard. I've really been looking for like. Here's the thing, like you could when he charges here, it's just a weird spot. Like I think the actual best play here is to jump like onto the wall there and then do the dodge attack from there. Cause it's like really subtle, but if you do the dodge attack while you're standing and he's going this way, it always brings you to the right side of his head, which is far away from the wall, so I can't go straight into slide cancels, which is just kind of bad. So I really should get on like having an answer for that and not just accepting that I'm going to lose a second when it happens. But nothing else, nothing special about that Rhino fight. Nothing bad happened, nothing great happened. Well, I do bugle percent. I've done it in the past, so I'll do it again at some point. And then here, this split is gonna be fun to run against because a 945 is like kind of the average of what I've been getting lately, which means that in theory, I should be getting like as many green runs as I do red runs there. If I'm staying at the same skill level, but if I get better, I'll be getting like there's gonna be a lot more green around here because of that time not being as ridiculously good. This wall sprint jump, I remember being kind of surprised that it worked. Like I thought that I was gonna barely be too low, but it just kind of worked out perfectly. And anything that means that I don't have to do the backup slide jump for the 30th time in a row is good there. I've heard people say that chapter 5 is boring to me before, but I've always been a huge fan because it's just all movement. Like you just get to go fast. That's my favorite part of the game. So there's not much to complain about. I think I did this last PB too. I think I mentioned this in the last analysis that I did. I usually line up to go into that alleyway with a wall there, and I just don't, and I don't know why. I all the good runs I don't do it. Even though there's not really, I guess you could maybe argue it's like a tenth of a second faster. I don't know. Right now do it in 5 minutes. Were it so easy. And then this race, this is a noob killer race. But I don't really have too many issues with it. At least not with completion. That glide, I don't know. I don't know about that glide. It feels slow, but I don't know what else to do. I guess just swing really fast at like the perfect angle downwards. I gotta save a bit of time here. Because this run doesn't stay red for long. Yeah. That used to be kind of like a free 5 seconds of time save that I could rely on, and that is definitely gone now. But you win some, you lose some. Not that I can't save time there, because I definitely can. I was actually I wasn't mad, but I was just like, come on. I thought that I got the gamer jump here, and I was just like, oh. But fast, it worked. It was still fast. Swing boost, slide jump off the first wall. I could see that, but I'm worried that it'll like launch me. You know how it kind of launches you away? I'm worried that it's going to launch me too far to the right to like really go into the alley, but it might be worth a shot. You would do it? Damn. I might try it then. Also, what's up, Nate? Yeah, it was not a gamer jump because I didn't actually do it. It was like the closest you can be to getting a gamer jump without actually getting it. This I forgot that this was this run until like I saw it coming up. I was like, "Wait, did that happen this run?" And it totally did. Oh, I think I actually call it during the run like the jump of shame to get back up. That's like definitely the biggest mistake in the run so far, which I mean like it's a pretty good run if that's the worst thing that's happened. Might not even objectively be the worst like from a time level, but from like a thing that you just shouldn't do if you're a good player level, probably. I was mid writing it was somebody else wrote it. Oh yeah, when we were coming up with the name. I really like that it's called the gamer jump. Because it's like a joke, but also, references Nate who, you know, made it, I guess. 'Cause I don't think anybody did it before Nate did in the task. And Black Cat Chase. You know how it is. I'm saving frames by sticking close to cat. That's real cool, but that's whatever. We could talk about those frames lost at some other time. Hopefully the other me isn't too loud. I just wanted like some kind of background noise. I got bathroom spawn here, which I did not get any bathroom spawns uh in the previous PB, so that's just like straight up time save. And I think I got one out of the two bathroom spawns here in this run. I don't think I got it in chapter 13. It isn't really ever something that I worry about. I would actually skip this, but I kind of remember this section being really good. Like I remember these pits being abnormally good in this run, so I want to see what was going on with that. Because really, those first three groups, it's like these two. These are the trolls. These are kind of what matter. The other ones just you just kind of expect to do well. But yeah, no problem there. That's kind of standard. I there's got to be like some new pattern waiting out there for this that doesn't involve having to do the super spinny task strat. That always feels good to hit the yank, and that other guy was being close enough. Okay, I can see why I liked these pits. That nothing bad has happened. Next, yeah, the double commentary. I'm just gonna be like talking to me in the corner, and it's going 6 layers deep. Okay, maybe the pits were just they were just like above average, but nothing too insane. And then this is the flashy part. I don't remember how this went. That angle was definitely bad. Like it actually doesn't matter for this strat is way easier than it looks. So the fact that I had a really bad angle here didn't end up actually mattering, but I didn't boost on the second swing because I was scared. And I probably could have. Jump over here. I see a lot of people, they jump under here and web zip, and I don't really get it. I feel like jumping over is way easier than trying to like line up a web zip from further away. That jump just like straight up didn't go far enough. I think I either let that one go early or did the air trick late. Commentary on that is like 6 layers deep. Wow. I'm not gonna go that far, but and then this challenge, it went the way that it did. 4.2, I think that's my most common result there. Rest of that's movement to the end. Uh I've been trying to do I think I saw youngster Joey do this. I don't know if it was on purpose, but he got like a glide off of the left building here. And it worked really well, and I just haven't been able to replicate it. But I think I've done it once. And just being able to glide through that alley would be so nice. Oh, I don't do the wall sprint here. I've been trying to do it less because it's probably slower to for you wall sprint on the side and then jump up. But it just feels better. So I like sometimes that is one of the most painful parts of getting better as a speedrunner is like getting rid of your comfort strats for the ones that are a little faster. Hey, melodrama. You're not that late. You've got, 40 minutes or whatever. 35. How close was I to not activating this? I was, because it activates when you get 50 units away, I'm pretty sure. So I was pretty close to not activating the cutscene there, and I would have had to go back. Yes, it feels good to go fast in this game, Mello. Just feels good. I think I've been like flubbing this fight, and I really shouldn't because it's not hard. But something like that always happens, where I just hit the wrong guy, or I accidentally hit the ground. Yeah, I mean, isn't that speedrunning in a nutshell? I mean, except just like this PB is like my last one, but better. How much easier would it be to run with no commentary? This might sound weird, but I think it'd be harder for me at this point. I think having people to talk to helps. Focus isn't the word, but just like calm my nerves. I guess that might not be right either. I'm just kind of used to it, I guess. So don't get anything from the commentary that we wouldn't get from watching the last one. I don't think that's true. I think there's a lot of stuff in the second half that I'm pretty interested to talk about. And besides, in my mind, this commentary isn't about like I do this strat for this reason. It's like, okay, well, this is how this went in this specific instance, and this is what I was thinking at the time. Yeah, sometimes you need to be distracted. That being said, I am skipping cat chases. Except for we'll watch the end of this because I think I need to time this because I see like new players going for the second map skip, and it's like definitely I don't even know if it's faster for me to do it. Like that was pretty fast. I don't know if I saved any time by waiting for her and doing map skip there. Like it might have just been better to activate her and try to follow as close as possible without failing. There's some stuff that like me being more diligent about like the lab work would help, but I'm just lazy. I don't think anything too crazy happened with this fight. It's been getting more consistent lately, ever since I stopped going for crazy swing strats. This movement, I've been more cognizant of how this movement goes ever since Nate told me that you have to get like a certain distance from the bugle before the next chapter loads in, or not from the bugle, but from the fight. This is where I realized that this run actually has a chance. I think that I really thought that that fight went worse than it did in my head. That happens every time. I just keep thinking that the fight is gonna be garbage, and then I look at my splits and it's just like rough. In your first run, did I? That's a matter of perspective. That's a philosophical question, right? Because is it a gold if you're not comparing against anything? I'd say no. I'd say I didn't gold any splits, but I think technically live split counts it as a gold. But my second run, I'm pretty sure I golded everything. That good old saving 45 minutes and still not getting sub 2 hours. I really wish I had recordings of those old runs. And theater is different every fucking time. That might be why it's becoming like one of my favorite parts, is because it's always a little different. So far, everything's on script though, except I don't know if this is the collision or what, but sometimes these guys just don't want to be dropped off on these seats. I don't know if it's. I must have pressed it like 3 or 4 times before he actually dropped him off, but I think it's just like when it kind of stutters from one chair to the other, you might be considered airborne or something. So maybe that's why. What even happened here? Like what was I standing on? What is this? And as soon as I grab him, I like fall off of whatever that was. And I think the rest of this was this guy went back to where he should be. Sometimes he really doesn't want to. Theater really, the bitrate really doesn't like theater, does it? Those clouds. You swing through those clouds and the bitrate just dies. Even with 5,000 bitrate. And unskippable cutscene for no reason. Thank you. This is all movement. I've seen some other people go to the right there, and I've thought about doing that as well, but I think that this is the reason why I'm never going to do that. This double glide. It's not even hard. It just feels so good, and it's fast. Don't cover the screen with the face cam. Yeah, I think if you're running like a 4x3, or this isn't technically 4x3, but it's actually a little bit thinner. I don't think you should cover the game. And when I'm playing a widescreen game, I try to cover it as little as possible and still, be visible. That's just kind of a pet peeve of mine. Understand it for 16:9 though. There's not much you can do about that. Like you could make the game smaller, but then, now the game's smaller. It's like, would you rather have it smaller or a little covered up? And I guess there's not really a right answer to that. Lazy brain strats because I'm a lazy person. Even after I vowed to not do those strats anymore, I still do them when I'm lazy. For some reason, this VOD took like 5 hours to upload. I had to like leave my computer on overnight. It actually sucked. I don't know why. The file wasn't that big, but I stopped streaming and my ASP was like, "All right, you're done, bro." I was actually kind of upset with. I've done this multiple times, which is way too often. But like, what? I must see that like the road goes this way and be like, I don't know. I just keep overshooting this for some reason. I never did that. I've never done that until recently. But I'm hoping that it being in my PB can give me incentive to like cut that shit out. I think it was because when I was learning the run, I would actually go too early. Like I would take the street before. So in my head, it's like not possible to go too far, and that leads me to accidentally going too far. That's a good fight. I've been trying to do like the Nate setup that he was talking about, where you do like the air flip and the stumbling animation pushes you into the hitbox, but that shit is hard. So I just kind of made it work. This was kind of bad. I think this fight was a little rough. I got did I get a triple there? And the third one didn't matter? I did. I like never get triple multi kicks. Despite discovering multi kicks, I actually secretly suck at them for no reason. And like, I don't know. I don't know why they're so hard for me. It actually makes me like kind of hesitant to like make a guide for it. I feel like I need to ask other people how they do it. Because I think Spidey's always been good at them back when he played. Nate says he doesn't have any problems with them. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't think Think's ever had problems with them either. This wall jump is way too forgiving. I feel like I shouldn't have gotten it there. I feel like I was too late. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. We should just call them gamer strats, right? Just be like, "Oh, that's the gamer jump and the gamer swing and the gamer combo." Like, just calling everything gamer. Sounds good, Nate. I've been going this same way this whole time, and I think I think my routing here kind of sucks, but I don't know what the other way to go would be. Because one, it kind of sucks having to go through Central Park. It's less of an issue now that gliding is more of a thing. But also just like the buildings up to that point are kind of annoying to swing through. We all think alike. Yeah, we got two chats on screen. That's true. Missed that glide just straight up, but the rest of it was so good it didn't end up mattering. What? I just walk on this fool? What happened here? Swing? Yeah. that's that's a good frame. Just start running. Yeah, we're going. I didn't know that you could even does that mean that you could theoretically stand on them? It could just be I don't know. That like weird walking on air glitch is it's just strange. So I wouldn't be surprised if you don't even technically need to be able to walk on something for it to happen. Nice to just sit back and watch sometimes. Easier on the hands. Please tell me I don't bonk here. Okay, that must have been last run. For some reason I have memory. Oh, I guess that kind of counts. Maybe that's what I was remembering. Movement was not. It was actually worse last run, so. I actually don't know why I think I only saved like half a second here, and I don't really know why. Spider-Man 1 game for PS2. Yeah, I have it on Xbox now for the exclusive Craven level, and I still haven't played it. Like, why do I only save point once? I felt like that chapter 10 was way better than last time. Maybe it was just like chapter time shenanigans. I don't know. It is. I feel like it's a little regrettable that we. Oh, like I love splitting on the chapters. It's like cool as fuck, and it's like the perfect time to do it. But them being slightly inconsistent does make it harder to like tell exactly what's going on. I still think it's preferable to oh this okay, this fight. Preferable to Think's timing. This was like the main thing that I wanted to show off and talk about. Because nobody fucking does this shit. Spider-Man 1 Toby 1 is worth $5. Good is depends on who you ask. But probably worth $5. I actually had more time to react than I thought I did. I jump forward. When does he start attacking me? There? Okay, so I have here. This is like the first frame. Yeah, I've got like almost a full second to react to that. That's not that crazy. Yeah, PB, that's what we're watching right now. Yeah, you can actually just do the quick kill strat. You don't have to tie him up at all if he goes for the melee here. You can just take the hits and beat the shit out of him. Which I'm not sure if I've ever done in a run before. Like maybe once. But that's my favorite. That's my personal favorite part of this whole run. This one in particular. Be proud of my little son. I don't. Oh yeah, it's like you mean this guy? Yeah, he's doing a great job. At least right now. He kind of sucks later, but we'll talk about that. This 2 token, this fucking sucked. Like, what am I doing? Okay, maybe fucking sucked wasn't the word, but like, come on. I go for slow mo here, and then I jump just straight into the. That was like 3 seconds worth of mistakes, but it's just enough to like not even make 2 token. I think I just got scared, but I probably could have done 2 token if I just used my whole slow mo bar. But at that point, it's like about as fast as 1 token, anyways. Probably, maybe a little bit faster. Legend watching Legends. Yeah, Legends not even in chat right now. Yeah, last time I had myself like I had it like oh, what? Oh, whoops. Last time I had it like this, but I feel like with this way it's more obvious that I'm not playing right now and we're just watching the run. Yeah. I actually almost kept swinging here. Yeah, I feel like if I didn't bonk to the building, I might have not remembered to grab the second token. It's just been so long. So that, along with like a few other reasons, are why I think I'm gonna keep grinding any percent because there's like a few things that I'm not super satisfied with in this run. Like obviously that bank fight was sick as fuck, but there's some things that like I feel like the world record run could be maybe shouldn't have. Maybe I got a bit of strudel in me. He always talks about like that type of stuff. How he like he wants the world record to be have like the perfect strats. And this movement is always whack as fuck. It's weird. I talked about how cool the swing boost off that building was, and I've been doing it ever since, and it's just kind of my standard way of doing this bit, but it was born in that last PB as like a backup almost. And this is not a great example of it because I bonk into the wall, but web zip has delay. You mean in this game? I don't really have a problem with that. Like web zip isn't supposed to be a fast option. It's supposed to be like a get out of jail free card. But if you mean in Toby 1 has some really cool web zips. That's like the best part of the speedrun is the web zip movement. Not even really the same move. Yeah, the rest of this was just kind of cat chase. That went good. And then nothing too special through the rest of here. I don't remember this shocker skip, which means I probably wasn't nervous. Yeah, I wasn't nervous, I can tell. I didn't adjust my angle at all. I think I was even talking during it. Like I was the previous run I was worried, and this one I'm not taking this. I'm like actually not taking this run that seriously at this moment. Yeah, I really should have let Aunt May die in this run, then we could be grinding right now. So I will go back to grinding right after we're done watching. Being surprised that I caught. Oop, I have accidentally full screened it. There we go. Being surprised that I caught him here. I'm so late. I'm late here, and my angle is really far off to the right. And I still got him. Old anyways, it's not worth saving her. Maybe if that the storyline that everybody hates would be a lot shorter if Peter thought that way. I don't think I think even at this point, I'm still not taking this run seriously. Like, look at me, I don't give a shit. For some reason, I forgot that chapter 13 was like my big time saver, so in my head I'm like, yeah, I could probably PB by you know, for 10-15 seconds here. I don't even know if it was that I forgot. I think I just kind of wasn't thinking. I was just like autopiloting. Which sometimes that's good. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you just rely on your muscle memory and that just takes you where you need to go. I'd say that I overthink more than I overthink and have issues from that more than underthinking and having issues from it while speedrunning. So if you think too hard, then you just lose your muscle memory. I guess the point of practice is just to get that muscle memory in your brain enough to the point where you don't need to think about it. But as I've gotten better, I've found that there's more like standardized paths through the later game, if that makes sense. Back in the day, there wasn't really like in movement for this game, there wasn't really like just places that you didn't always go the same way. You just kind of let the flow take you, but I feel like it's more standardized now. Which I feel like if that goes too far, it could be a bad thing, but the minor variations are still here enough to make it interesting. If there's a bit I need to practice, it's like this part. Because my movement here just sucks every time. Not even my movement. My the way that I go is like I keep going like a little bit different, and somehow it's worse every time. Like I used to have a way that I like to go here, and I just lost it. Reaction channel Sly, hell yeah. Free? Can you say free content? Ghost of Mountain Dew Rhino. I don't think this run was blessed or cursed because it was like equally good and bad. If that makes sense. It was actually good right up until the end, but free content. What's up, Cam? This is the actual. I've talked about secretly hard things. This part is secretly hard. Not getting the token, but the jump that you do after. Because right when you try to do a charge jump, a charge sprint jump off of a ceiling like this, it doesn't give you the weird like what's the word parabola. It doesn't give you the parabola. It just yeets you in whatever direction you're looking at. And I think it only does 8 direction for that. So it's which a lot of the game is like that. Maybe all of it. I don't know. But for some reason with this particular setup, it's like I have to yeet myself. This is actually good. I have to like go from up here, and I'm trying to like go this angle, and I can't bonk here, and I can't go too far to the left here. It has to be like that one to get it. If you do it right, it feels so good. But here I bonk a little bit, and so I don't get the speed. A blurst run, maybe, yeah. React to me reacting to. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sly Finkelton Reacts. Today we're gonna be reacting to me reacting to the world record run from 3 weeks ago. No, I swear this is a one-time thing. I'm probably not gonna do it every time either. I was toying with doing it every time I PB, but I don't think it's gonna be every time. Maybe when I get like the 54, we'll react to it. Maybe every minute barrier, that could be it. Reacting to the comment section. Oh, we should go and look at like we could look at all the dumb comments that I got over the years at some point, but I feel like I don't get that many. I get comments that annoy me sometimes, but I never get any that I like actively hate or anything. Yeah, and this is where I start paying attention. This, like I said, I somehow forgot that I was on good pace, and and this was a good reminder. You can say I actually start swinging worse immediately after because I'm paying attention. Like that movement back there was not good. Reacting to freak mode discovery. What annoys me? Maybe annoy isn't the word, just like irks a little. I don't want to single anybody out, so I'm not going to say it because I don't actually think that their problems are issues. But it's not anybody who is in chat regularly, so none of you have to worry. This movement, it's like I've standardized myself to end up like here, around 50 units away when I start, but I feel like I can basically get there before it starts if I just do it perfect. Somebody say freak mode. Weird freak mode's become like a channel meme. Despite I'm never the one who brings it up. It's just like it's become self-sustaining now. It you can't escape from the freak mode. Somehow this chapter 14 golds, which I don't agree with. I don't remember this chapter 14 being that good, which tells me that I can do better. Cuz like that movement against Cat back there wasn't the best. Like it was good but not great. This was the only time that I've like, okay, not the only, but like here, I'm flubbing. I'm like just kind of straight up flubbing. I'm in this ground combo. I don't want to be in this ground combo. He doesn't be in this want to be in this ground combo. Neither of us are having fun. But then the robot yeets us both into the sky and like actually low key super homie in that instance because I just get to kill the guy and move on with my life. And I repay him by beating the shit out of him, bad friend. At what point does this happen? The sniper, he that must have been early. You could see he's taken damage. So the sniper is already in the street at this point. He's not here though. I think he has full health here. It looks like it happens like right then, like around the time that I get yeeted. Yeah, I don't even know. I'd be interested to see exactly what happened on the other end. Today was the only viewer. Yeah, I know a lot of people aren't using Twitch today because of the hate. Like to like a day to be like Twitch, please fix the hate bots, which understandable. So maybe it's a good thing we're streaming on YouTube right now. The goon's just stuck in the robot forever. Well, eventually they get despawned and then they just don't exist anymore. And then they don't have to worry about anything forever, or at least until the next run. Finally, get redemption for all the times I fuck up this specific glide. I don't know why it's been so hard for me, but I actually did it. That's dark. Yeah. Just like the endless abyss of being despawned. Okay, I'll stop. Yeah, I could see like, first stream people don't know what they're looking for. It takes YouTube. I find that it takes YouTube a bit to like get you in people's sub boxes. I don't know, it's weird. Like if you stream and upload regularly, YouTube just helps you out so much for no reason. Trying to be about Switch's impatience. I'll have to keep an eye out for it. I remember not being able to read chat at all at the end of the run because it was just too fast and I was you know, I was on a run trying to focus. But I remember the switches being bad too. I guess we'll talk about that when we get there. This was great because normally when chapter 15 starts, you're like somewhere between here and here. But one, my movement was good, and two, the chapter time was a little late, so actually, it's like just such an ideal spot to be on top of Golding. I still think I can save like 5 more seconds off that chapter 14 without like pushing it too hard. I'm not writing that off as like I'm always gonna lose time there. That tree sucked. Just bonk straight into the tree. This is like the classic almost you almost suck and then you remember you're good. Like garbage, garbage, bad, kinda good, and then just the perfect angle for no reason. The Spider-Man 2 classic. It's a couple suspect glides. Our glitch doctor came into my chat. That was pretty cool. He's like he played Toby 2 for a while, but he's definitely more known for like Toby 1 and Luigi's Mansion stuff. But it had been a while since I had seen him. And then I wasn't able to really talk to him because I was trying to focus on the run. Now we go. Yeah, sometimes different people have different levels of chat interaction and all that. Hey, holding keys. We're just wrapping up watching the PB from yesterday, and we're gonna go into actual runs in a minute. This train fight kind of sucked, but was also like just good enough. I don't know. I'm having like an internal debate over whether it's worth it. Like if you come up to him here and he's up like this, whether I want to web him up or not. Because if you don't and you get lucky, you can get a really fast zero cycle, but you have to get super lucky and be consistent with it. Versus like this, you can just kind of hit him, and if you don't suck, he gets like in that stuttering state and he can't do anything to you. But I think I kind of suck and fuck it up. Yeah. Like he could be so dead here. Like miss a kick here, and then I overshoot, and he gets back up. So I could have killed him there, but the backup was really fast. I was lucky there was a building to swing off of there. I was kind of low key panicking when that happened, but I play it off like like I'm not surprised that it went well. And then with the advent of like hero punch strats here, I swing a little bit different here when I'm worrying about like I'm trying to get a swing combo just because I'm trying to grind spider reflexes and also go fast, but I kind of fuck it up here and don't get as much as I want. Well, honestly, if I don't fuck up last fight, even if I don't do the new fast strats, I save 30 seconds here easy. I don't always gold on the last chapter. I mean, I don't here. I actually lose a bunch of time. My chapter 15 is easily the worst part of this run. Starting with these switches, actually, which I think me getting hit here, I think that... No, I think I just panicked. Because this is totally a sprint jump, right? Yeah, I accidentally do a sprint jump here. So when I should be up here right now, I'm down here. 300 mile per hour lying. Yeah. And so I'm slow here. I missed this, which isn't the biggest deal because getting that early doesn't actually matter that much. Um, but this sucks. Missing that and then getting bonked here is just like straight up time loss. And also could fuck me over later, but I don't think it ends up. And we're being really happy here. I actually did this I don't know if it shows that I did this on purpose, but I totally did it on purpose, I swear. I jump up and I heard the thing and I was just like, fuck, it's gonna shoot me. And I was just like, well, I know that you have hyper armor when you press the button, so I'm just gonna hope I make it there in time, and I barely do. And I don't get knocked away. Thank God that worked out. Otherwise I'd be PBing by like 5 seconds. And then this was just a fucking train wreck. Like, to be honest. I want to talk about this first hit. I don't This is the part that I looked back on before I started the stream, and I don't even know like what is going on here at the start. So like he's already started swinging. I think if I hero punch earlier, I hit him before he hits me. But I don't know if I don't know. There's like a few things that could have happened here, and I'm not sure what. Right? Because let's go back to when I'm still in the animation. Yeah, I'm like swinging. I'm still punching in this one, and I I don't know if I panicked and tried to dodge and got hit out of the dodge, or if he hit me out of the hero punch and that actually canceled the hero punch. Because in my head, I feel like him hitting me there shouldn't cancel the hero punch. So I think, or there's like the third option that I actually hero punched from too far away, and it just straight up like didn't go far enough to hit him, and like maybe the hitbox was like just barely whiffed. I mean, he definitely hit me, but the question is like which of those factors caused the hero punch to not work. And I think I either missed or I dodged like at the last second, and he just hit me out of the which would cancel the hero punch, and then he hit me out of the dodge, which there's no reason to do that other than just being scared. So here I run away, which is honestly I still think that's the best move. It's either like accept. I wasn't willing to give up on the hero punch strat yet, so I just like got the fuck out of there and tried to reset. And I kind of got it going a little bit, but then I fucked up again. Like got way too close. I didn't think he was gonna start running forward, so I this is like way too far away for the hero punch to hit. Like I just slide past him. And here I panic and I super think it's over at this point. I honestly should this should have been run dead. I go for the tie up. Maybe I don't super think it's over until this doesn't work. Like as soon as he gets out of the punch combo, that was yeah, I think that was when despair set in. But somehow I got that hit really didn't matter, but it did let me set up into the hero punch string that did work. So there's that. And this was like one of the most mixed feelings pop offs for me because I was like equally parts happy that I clutched it out and PB'd and kind of sad from how bad that fight went. But PB's a PB. Yeah, I think it's really entertaining. That that along with the bank. I think as time goes on, that's gonna end up being my favorite part of that run is that fight. Yeah, when the hero punch works, it's so good. I don't know how much faster it is than probably like 5 to 6 seconds faster, but I'm not like perfect with it yet. So not perfect with it, and it's like I think it's objectively harder to set up and do consistently. But I don't. That doesn't mean that it's less consistent. Just that it's harder to do consistently. And I think that's kind of what I've learned recently. Anyways, I got a 52-52. I remember that being kind of cool for the in-game time. And that's the run.